y'all? Welcome back. Random TV Review. Show me your girl.
Your boy standing live.
Can I rant real quick? Between Oprah and that goddamn Tyler Perry, I'm not getting any freaking sleep. But I'm gonna let you live because you gave me everything that I needed and more.
Yes, indeed.
It wasn't a lot, but it was a lot. But before we get started, we're gonna give a shout out and our condolences to our cousin Woodrow. Woodrow lost his grandfather, and he is a loyal supporter of the channel. So if y'all see him down in the comments, y'all encourage that brother. He's been going through it. But he a soldier. He rocking on with it.
Yeah.
You know, life gives you lemons. You just make lemonade out of it, and you go ahead about your good way.
Yes, indeed, brother. We appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And sometimes you just don't know how you bless somebody's life. Because Sunday night we was not gonna do that power review. He was like, look.
Yeah, we had just got back from traveling.
We had traveled out of state.
Yeah.
And he said, look, this right here did it for me. And that right there just made it enough for us to push on through.
Yeah, yes indeed, brother. It was encouraging for us too.
Yeah.
So you just don't know.
You don't know what you do for people.
Yes indeed.
All right.
The silk handkerchief.
Yeah, we're going to get out our feelings now. We're going to go right on into it.
Yes indeed.
Woo! So we got Lloyd. Lloyd done came over to Candace's house. Oh, I hope I ain't mooning y'all. I go over to Candace's house. But he lets the whole cat out the bag. The cat and the kitty little came out the bag.
He did.
He pretty much looks at Benny and said, Benny, hey, is these your signatures?
Your signature on these documents right here?
He said, well, I ain't think so because I ran them and compared them with the DMV. All right.
Lying.
So he said, look, basically, your sister owed the bank $2 million. She done put up both houses and the tow yard for this here money. So what she did now is she caused this loan to go in default because she pretty much forged your name. So Benny was like, well, what? You know, it takes a while. Votech Benny, it takes a little while.
Yeah, had to register in his computer system, see.
You know, and then, you know how it used to be back in the day when you used to have to go into AOL and the men would just come across the screen?
Yeah.
That's how Benny is. They be trucking across the screen. And you be like, come on in, Benny.
Today, boom, there it is. Finally, you got mail.
So Lord said, look, if the bank don't get their money back by 5 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to call the feds. That's basically what it's going to be.
He gave one that Stu freaking threat. Had my money by 5 o'clock. You ain't going to forget. No. You ain't going to forget.
Have y'all ever looked at Family Guy? When that joker owed Stu that money?
Yeah. He went and bought that fake mustache. He shot him in the leg and then turned around and burned him up.
If y'all Google it, Family Guy. What's the dog's name?
I can't remember his name.
We're getting off topic.
Family Guy and old money or something like that.
Yeah.
It should pop up.
Give me my money. That's it. Family Guy, give me my money. So Benny said, well, is there any way that I can sign my name on the documents? Which right then and there, if Benny's AOL men were marching at the speed of light, he would have caught the fact that, yeah, absolutely, because at the end of the day, they just want somebody to guarantee this money.
Yeah.
But no, Lloyd said, it don't work like this.
Yeah.
The loan is already in default.
That's a red flag right there. Dead giveaway that you being set up.
So he said, look, you only got 2 options. Have this stuff straight by 5 o'clock.
$2 million by 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Or you vacate and just sign over everything to us. Property, possessions, your drawers, your laundry detergent, and your soap.
I'm like, Candace, you look, you're a lawyer. That didn't kick in that something won't right about that.
Oh, she thinking.
Yeah.
She ain't saying that.
Yeah, that is not that easy.
I said, darn. So Lloyd pretty much was like, take your pick. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Benny
walked out the house and stood up against Candace's car. And this joker is crying. I mean, crying.
I don't blame him though. He finally got that tow yard. Now he get ready to lose. I feel him though.
He won't worry about the house. It was that tow yard.
Yeah, the tow yard. He could care less about that. You know, he can buy another house.
They should have had that song in the background talking about some looking back over the years. I guess to shed some tears. I was like, God darn. So Candace come out there behind Benny. And this is her time to confess it all. I guess she said at this point, I don't have nothing to lose. No more. And she went down the whole spiel, and I'm going down the whole spiel for you because I didn't realize until she said it all how much skit
she done did. That's Candace done. She done raised so much hell, caused so much problems, lied, cheated, stole.
Let me tell you what she did.
She done did it.
She said, I met Jim when I was an escort.
Yeah.
And I was in college.
To pay for my school.
I didn't know that Jim was Amanda's daddy because you remember her and Amanda were friends. But once she realized that, she said, I blackmailed him for $100,000.
Yep, set him up.
In a red freaking car. He kidnapped me.
Uh-huh.
I kidnapped him. Took some pictures of him doing some strange things. Set him up. I said.
Hooked him up to the charger.
She said, then I got 7.4 million out of that. Then she said, I brought your house, your Toyota, and my house. And my house.
I told War.
No, wait a minute. No. I gave Erica the car.
Yeah.
To trick you into giving it to Mama because she wouldn't take it from me. And said, then I told War that I only got $400,000, so that meant he only required $100,000.
Yep.
She said, then you ended up snitching on me to tell Ward what I really got. Ward said, look at him. I'm going to kill your brother if you don't give me the $2 million. She said, therefore, I went and got this loan because I had to do what I had to do.
I saved your life.
Then she said, and then after that, Mitch saw Ward rape me and he planted drugs on it. Now he arrested, so when he get out,
he coming after me, and he coming after you because he probably think you had something to do with it too.
I said, darn, Candace.
Said she laid it on the line. She told him everything, the truth.
He said,
you're lying.
He said, you tell a lie when the truth would do, just like Mama said.
Yep, it's a lie. He said, Ward wouldn't do nothing like that to us. He been ride or die with us from day one. I said, what you think?
But that is a lesson learned in it. Have you ever had a person in your life that lies so daggone much when it's time to tell the truth and they could be telling the truth? You don't believe a word they say?
So.
I got people in my life like that.
So I don't believe you till you come through.
Even when you come through, I'm looking at it because that could be an illusion.
Even to the point you tell me that I'm coming to your house. I don't believe you until you get here.
That's why I don't change my plans for nobody.
Yeah.
If I say I'm going to the grocery store at 4 and you say you coming by at 4, I'm going to be at the grocery store at 4. Yeah. You just going to have to catch me.
Yeah.
Because people lie so much.
Yeah, they lie.
And word is your bond. At least it used to be, but not anymore.
Like on Friday, say, you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
So, while Benny got Candace in her feelings, and Candace pretty much knows she done bucked up when it came to her brother at this moment. Mm-hmm. He gets on the telephone and he calls his mama Hannah. Now Hannah was driving a cute little sports car. Looked like, whose car was that?
She said, I finally got a car. Where'd you get it from?
I said, I didn't never.
I had to get it from Catherine.
But I never saw Catherine with a car like that. It don't mean anything.
She took her down to the Ford dealer and got her a Ford Escort.
That was better than an Escort. So Hannah said, look, what you want, Benny? You don't sound like yourself. He said, look, Candace is going to sign over the rights to Lil Q. And Candace was looking like...
She couldn't say nothing.
Couldn't say a word.
Couldn't say not a word.
He said, don't worry about it. Don't come here right now because the coast ain't clear. We'll call you when everything is in the clear. But just know that you got him. We're going to go to child welfare. And we're going to get... And Candace going to sign over her rights. And that's what he told Candace. He said, you ain't going to motherfucking place.
You coming with me. Follow us to the goddamn DA's office to get this goddamn warrant lifted. And we're going down to child welfare so you can release freaking Q to mama. That's what we doing today.
Well, I'm going to go right on into it and get it out the way. It might not be in order, but it's the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
Candace and Bendy. That's the accent coming out. It's getting late. Candace and Benny, they go over to Detective Salison's. They get the warrant lifted. When the other guy announced that they were there, he said, is the girl still here? I said, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, what girl?
He said, well, did they see her? No.
No.
They came on in the room. Come on in the room. They came on in the room, let her know that, look, we want to get the warrant lifted. Big misunderstanding. My sister just want to sign over her rights to her son. She said, oh, so you're the child's mother? Yes. Who's the father?
No, she want to get the warrant lifted.
Yeah, the warrant's lifted. Who's the son's father? Quincy Maxwell. Okay. Do you have the ID? Sure do. Yeah. She gives her the ID. Detective Salison goes out the room, comes back.
Hey, girl, ignorant, hood rat, Quita, mixed up well. Not Maxwell, but mixed up well.
Y'all know it takes everything in me when she comes in the room.
Come in there all loud and wrong. That her right there.
That her right there.
Yeah, she killed her brother.
I went in on her everything. Yep. That discolorated floor, everything. I took pictures.
Where my brother at?
She killed my brother. He went in there and my...
Woo.
But I give it to Goddo and Candace. Candace said, what are you talking about? That sounds like something a crackhead would say.
Yeah.
She said, I just moved in the house. She said, well, explain the discolored floor. She said, pets maybe. She said, but you forgot, Quita, I just moved in the house.
Yeah.
So the DA was like, okay, I don't have nothing else. You gonna let her go? You gonna let her go like that? I'm gonna get you. She did something to my brother. So when Candace and them went ahead and left, because by that time, Detective Salison was like, I ain't really had nothing else to do with him. I'm gonna lift the warrant off your mama.
Y'all free to go.
She tells her partner, said, look, go case that neighborhood and see if you can find out anything that will allow us to get a search warrant to search Chris Brown. I mean,
yeah. That whole thing pissed us off today. We ain't got time to talk about it.
For y'all that don't know, we know Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Like Christopher Brown. We know him. This still pissed me all the way off.
Yeah.
But we gonna talk.
How all it went down. Yeah, how it all went down.
I just want him to move back here. Just move back here.
Come on back. Yeah.
So I can see you every weekend at the light.
Yeah.
Basically. Because But anyway. They wanted a search warrant to get in Chris Brown's, Candace's house. And so they go to see old Mother Pearl. Mother Pearl lets them know, look, oh yeah, my son is on
the police force.
But why did they act like they ain't never heard of her son
like,
before?
who is that?
And my son-in-law
is
the chief of police. It was like, is that right?
Huh.
I said,
like, y'all work for the police and y'all...
Which is possible, but not in Tyler Perry world, it's not possible.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So they said, well, do you have pictures of this man? Do you know his name? Oh, she said she got everything.
I got everything. I got him on camera. I got him going in the house and not coming back out. I got pictures. And I got a timeline.
And she said, I thought you were coming over here for the smell, but come on in the room.
Come on in. Now, she said, I got the cameras for my driveway, but it so happened to be on that house. Lying helpful.
I said, all right. All right, so we're going to back up a little bit. Catherine goes to the FEMA jail to see bloody, stinking Jim.
Still ain't took a bath, a shower.
But
they ain't even give him no cologne. At least you can cover it up a little bit with cologne.
No.
You know, like people used back in the day trying to cover it up. It don't work, but you just...
You remember that time
Give some free breeze.
Remember that time we went to that restaurant and all them old men was in there, had all that Old Spice on?
Yeah, freaking Aberdeen Grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We almost died. The food was bomb.
Yeah,
but we almost died.
Couldn't even breathe. I couldn't breathe.
So, she goes in there to tell Jim, look, I done went to see my son. He gonna be alright. He just heavily sedated, da-da-da-da-da. But what we gonna need to do, we need to talk to a judge. Because we need to get control back over the little bit of money that he got left. Get it back into our hands.
That's if he got it left.
Because I need to save his life. Well, Jim said, did you talk to Judge Margaret Preston? She said, yes, I did. And she ain't doing it. He said, just tell her this.
He said, try again.
He said, tell her December, the Christmas, 2013, in the Hamptons, when at White Chicks.
Yeah, where White Chicks was at. We gonna go
shopping. So Catherine said, oh, so another one of your whores, huh? He said, no, it won't nothing like that.
Yeah.
But if you tell her that date, I guarantee
I don't know what she did.
Well, Catherine said, He said, I know that look. She said, yeah, you should know the look. Mm-hmm. She said, put it this way. You like people to do your dirty work? I like to get my hands dirty.
She said, I'm riding dirty.
And she walked out. And I said, what the hell did Catherine do?
Or was she getting ready to do?
Long story short, later on in the episode, we saw that she had called Lloyd at the bank and told Lloyd, I'm about to fax you something. Don't ask me no goddamn question. But it's pretty much signed off by this judge. Margaret Preston.
Send the money back. Send it back.
Today. I'm taking control of my son's money.
Yeah, until he get off crack cocaine.
And which is going to be never probably.
Yeah.
And then she goes into the safe because Jim reminded her there's a gun in the house in the safe.
I said, oh, is she planning on going shooting Jennifer Salison?
She went and got Bishop Greenleaf's gun out of the safe. And I don't know what she about to do with it. I said, Lord. So then we see the meat and the potatoes of this episode.
Yeah.
Erica is in the parking garage.
And David shows up right on time.
Just like Candace told her to do. She pretended that she got a flat tire and the bolts on her, the lug nuts on her freaking tires rusted and she can't turn them and all of this. And David walked by and he said, well, I would ask to help, but I don't want to get rejected.
I don't want to get cussed out again.
So she was like, what do you mean? He said, oh, I met you last night at the bar.
Yeah, and you cussed me out.
No, you got to say it like you do.
And you cussed me out.
Say you were having a little lover quarrel with your boyfriend. He was married, whatever. She was like, oh, so you heard all of that. I mean, just eating it up, playing right into it. So she said, well, I'm a country girl. I can get my hands dirty. Don't worry about it. David said, you sure? I can get down there and help you turn the lug nuts. I can turn some other nuts too, but it's just the lug nuts for right now that I want to turn right now. David gets down there, and they get to small talking. I don't know why she did this, because I'm like, fact check.
Yeah.
But she pretty much made up like she was from his same hometown.
And went to the same high school.
And I said,
come on now, come on.
You know when you start naming off places and somebody know that place, they start naming off people and they start making you try to verify people. And that's where you're not going to be able to do that, boo-boo. And I said, but David was dumb. He stopped right there.
Yep.
David said, well, I'm just much older than you, so basically...
I graduated, before you did.
I said, look. David said, look, these lug nuts ain't going to turn, but I can turn some others, but these ones ain't going to turn. I can get you a tow truck, and I can take you where you need to go. I can drop you off. She went ahead and said, look, well, I do have a meeting, so go ahead and you can take me to my meeting. And that's what they did. Got into his little teeny car, and they pushed on to the meeting. I said, They do a little small talk.
Yeah, he done a little flirting.
She told him he was rusty at it, which he is.
He said, you a beautiful woman.
He said, I'm just getting ready to get divorced. He said,
yeah, been married for 27 years.
She said, that's almost as long as Mandela was locked up.
He said he won't like that.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
it was.
You was in jail, player.
So, the handkerchief came into play because he gave her the handkerchief and told her to wipe her hands off after she had attempted to change her tire or whatever. So she told him that, she was an accountant. He told her that he was a judge. Blah, 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 blah. So, Erica is putting it on him. They flirting with each other. But David all nervous. He's sitting up there.
Yeah, he all tensed up.
She said, can I give you some advice? Don't be so rigid.
Yeah, relax.
Listen up.
He said, relax.
He said... I said, is that your relax?
Yeah.
Is that your relax? I said, Deacon David. Deacon.
Yeah, hey, I know you've been married to Veronica for a long time, but you need to get your player swag back. Get your player swag back.
So he finally gets to her spot and drops her off. And he said, oh, hold on. She said, oh, you want to ask for my name and my number? He said,
no.
She said, well, that was a mistake.
Say,
Long story short, he said, well, do you want me to come pick you back up at the end of your meeting?
Yeah, what time you get out, I'll be right back here.
No, you got to do it in David voice. You slipping tonight.
Hey, I'm good. He said, I want to come back and pick you up. So what time the meeting gonna be over? Oh, 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna be right here when you get back. If you want to ride, you can get the ride.
He's, I'm gonna take you right back to the hotel.
I'm gonna take you right back to the hotel.
Cause I know that's where you stay at. Cause you know everybody that comes in town stays at the where? Sarandon. I said,
But I thought that he was gonna pick up on that he was being set up because he got a keen thing for that. But we're gonna see that he kind of got a little inkling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a little inkling.
But did y'all peep that when she walked out, got out that car, David said, he over there telling us something.
He said, I'm gonna check out that apple bottom. Apple bottom jeans.
Stop. So then we see David goes into the off.
They should have played the R. Kelly song. I'm effing you tonight. That's what David was thinking, but I'll pick you back up at 3 o'clock. You must be used to me.
And all that cheap
whining and dining. I'm going, F you tonight. I took you to your meeting. Yes, sir.
All right. So David,
they say he got that I hit it look in his eye. I'm gonna hit it look in his eye.
He said, "You gonna pay for this gas money?" He said, "Gas ain't." He said, "All that driving up down the street."
D so.
He said, "I've been running after Veronica all these years too."
D so.
You paying? And David goes back to campaign headquarters where they finally packing up this goddamn office, right?
Yeah.
Oscar said, "Look, I got to get out of town.
I got to get out of town before I see that car again."
David said,
I need you to run somebody for me. He was like, well, what's the name? I don't got no name. But how were you expect for him to run somebody that you ain't got a name?
So Oscar said, well, tell me the whole story. He said, I was at a bar. It was a woman having an argument with her man. And they was having a breakup. Oscar said, were they loud? He said, well, not too loud. He said, but I can hear it. He said, did they want you to hear it?
Yeah.
David
He's
said,
like, nah, I doubt it.
But I heard. He said, but, she went ahead and left. He said, was there any exchanges going on? He said, no. He said, you didn't get her name in it? No. He said, I offered her, my handkerchief. And she said, no. And he said, okay, so far, so good. He said, but then I ran into her again. And he said, let me guess, a flat tire.
Big giveaway.
And he said, and the lug nuts was rusty. He said, anybody can fake that. He said, red flag. He said, but you know what? I need to get out of town. But when you find out who she is, you let me know. No. David said, well, I'm going to get you that daggone name.
Yeah, I'm going to get you that name.
I said, God darn.
But at least I almost got afraid that he wasn't going to pick up nothing. I was like, I know he just ain't going to just get with this girl and don't try to run her. But her and Candace is so goddamn slick, they probably got the system set up where she look clean as a whistle.
I said, darn, David. We're going to go on over here with Lil Quincy. Lil Quincy, that's my boo. He is so cute. He over at Catherine's house. He said, we had an amusement park.
I feel you, Lil Quincy. When you come from the hood, living in a 12 by 12 shack, and you come in a big house like that, I would have said it's amusement park too.
So he tells Catherine. No, Catherine comes in and says, aren't you the cutest little thing? You ain't too bad yourself.
Say, go ahead now, little player flirting.
So Hannah lets Catherine know, like, look, I don't know what happened, but that daggone daughter of mine gonna let me keep this baby. Catherine said,
what's the COST?
She said, I don't know, honey, but it's gonna be something. She said, I know it is. I said, Catherine cried, was like, yep. Don't none of this come for free.
It don't come for free. Not with Candace, it don't.
Nope. So then we're going to get back over to Candace's house, because this is what we're going to close out at. I said it was a lot. It was a lot, but it wasn't a lot, but it was a lot.
It was setting us up for the season finale. That's what it was doing.
Well, we see the cops pull up at Candace's house because old Pearl gave them all the answers that they needed to get that search warrant in play. And over at Candace's house. Well, Justin is the first. Justin Timberlake, he's the first cop on the scene. He calls Jeffrey. Yeah. Jeffrey is at Wyatt's bedside. He tells him, look, is there something you need to tell me? He said, about your friend.
Jeffrey's like, what you talking about?
He said, look, let's cut the bullshit.
Yeah.
He said, if you want me to help you and cover for you, you need to let me know what is going on in this house. Because we about to go in there with a search warrant. He over there stuttering. He over there like Michael Pip said. He said,
yeah. So he already noticed something that's wrong by the way Jeffrey reacting.
Because Jeffrey can't lie for nothing.
He can't lie for nothing. He should have said, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Ain't nothing going on. Matter of fact, you need to call and talk to Candace. That's what you need to do.
Yep. But anyway, this is long enough. Like Mike B said, I've been talking too goddamn much.
But all in all, this was a good episode. Good setup for the season finale. Looks like all hell is going to break loose next week.
All right, straight from the VA.
The Dirty, Dirty South.
Two up, two down.
Hello.